Once again, I'll say it from the off this time. Thank you guys so much for 8,000 subscribers. I've already said this on a post, I've already said this in the last video. I want to reiterate how thankful I really, truly am for that milestone. So thank you a bunch for that. As going into today's episode, we are still in a great position. Hopefully you've seen the rest of them to catch up to here. 5 games, 5 big ones, seeing if the league steadied itself before we go into some transfers. As yes, I might have baited you a little bit with that. We're not near the transfers yet, as welcome back people to episode number 5 of season number 3 of this Grimsby Town to Glory FIFA 23 career mode. You might be watching this Sunday when the video does come out. The day of recording, it is Saturday, and we're recording after the football where Grimsby did manage to get a 0-0 draw with Bradford. And I say did manage. No offence to any Bradford fans out there, but I think we absolutely dominated. I think we should have got the points off you. As moving into today, I'll show you the calendar, but before I click that, I know we've hit 8,000, but we're gonna keep on going. Please, to make that happen, as I know I just said please, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We're on the race to 9,000. Could we do that before the end of the year? That would be phenomenal. And then the milestone after that one's a big one. As you can see, the games today, we have MK Dons, we have the Brewers, Burton Albion away from home at the Pirelli. Then we have Mansfield, who are flying this season. We have Peterborough, Blackpool, who we know are close to us, bought Superdan off of us. And we have the knockout round of the Papa John's Trophy, which, if you did watch the end of last episode, I said I wouldn't mind trying to get a bit of a run on going in that one, as Mansfield and Blackpool are up there in this division. Burton and MK Dons dropping off a little bit. And who was the other team? Peterborough. 16th they are. That's not too great for them. As can we actually afford to simulate any league games? I know I said I do want to go for this cup, but it's going to be a difficult one. MK Dons are quite up there. We are top of the league, or joint, well, not joint top of the league, 1 point behind top of the league. So I think at the moment we're probably better off going for in-games played, and I think I will play this first one over Burton Albion. I'm just going to go for the league form to continue, as we're going to continue with the same team. Ryan Alsop, Monsieur Fete, good in real life today, with Jasper Moon, Goodwin Malif, Walsh and Glennon, Harry Clifton, Josh Eccles and Reggie Stone in the attacking midfield position. Brilliant episode last time out, with Dan Cox, now very pacey up front, and Caden Jackson still got more pace than him despite his age. As we're going to go into this, we've got the franchise to begin with, and we yet again aren't going to be introduced to the lineup that we're facing today. Never mind, as we'll go through it this way. Nathan Holland, Mo Iser, Dara Burns, Matt Smith, a good player, Josh McEachran's there, with Daniel Harvey, Warren O'Hara, Jack Turner, Jamieson, Tanaya Watson and Ravizoli. Quite a mixed bag of a team, I would say, if you of course don't mind me saying that. As how are we going to get on against them? Monsieur Fete to start us off with. We do have what should be the home advantage. 1 point off Barnsley, if you did see that league table whilst we were looking. I'm trying not to focus on it too much. Brilliant wins in the last episode as well, as Caden Jackson trying to feed Dan/Liam through a little bit here, and he'll win it for a corner. Should be a corner, and is. Brilliant work. Reggie Stone, can he turn provider this time? Decent ball, easy save. Not a great ball in right there as Monsieur Fete into Caden Jackson though. Swapping positions with Dan Cox, who's dropping off a little bit. It'll go over his head. Header 1! Oh, and what a header that is from Josh Eccles! 12 minutes it's took. And the defensive-minded midfielder, Josh, gets a brilliant header past Ravizoli in goal. And maybe a little bit lucky, you could say, but he leaps ahead of the defenders, off his glove, off the post and in. An immediate lead for the Mariners, really, isn't it? Inside 15 minutes, when we need to keep the form going, we just do what looks like the start of that, as now it's Smith running down the line. Tried to shove him down, but they've still got the ball in the middle of the park. Nathan Holland gets a double shot. Glennon with the clearance. Reggie Stone to try and dribble this away. That was not really great from us, was it? As Caden Jackson chip it over the top to no one. Anthony Glennon to receive this ball here. Goes forward into Caden again with this one. Feeds it through onto Harry Clifton. He's got Dan in the middle to try and aim for. Can he hit Coxey? He can. A header one again! And it just bounced awkwardly for the goalkeeper. But their defence, not winning it in the air at all. And hopefully it's the same for this corner, as they didn't win it. They left it for the keeper. Still fantastic going from us though, as Harvey steps it back and puts a ball through the middle there onto Moisa. It's took a deflection. Still good going from us so far, I've got to say, as whoa. Big tackle on Harry Clifton, which will get left to Ryan Alsop, who is the tifo for today's game. To say he played for the rivals recently, Grimsby fans taking to him nicely, especially when he keeps a clean sheet against Lincoln, and of course does very well, and is the clean sheet holder for the division so far, as Goodwin does brilliantly there in the middle to Gleno. We've took this league by storm as it stands, as it's into Gleno right here. Harry Clifton, Caden in front, it's gone into Coxey, who's going to try and run around, not really do anything with it. Almost half time. Reggie Stone might as well shoot with this one, and does. Oh, and he scores! Gotta say, it was very laggy as that ball was struck. I don't know if it came off clearly with the initial showing, but there's the replay off the post again for another goal to just creep in at the other side. Unlucky for the keeper. 2 to the good. And Milton Keynes will be feeling very deflated with that last goal. They did have it possession-wise, but at the break, the Mariners lead 2-0, and I tell you what, we've been worth it, shots-wise. Absolutely phenomenal, as we need to keep on going with it. Josh Eccles into Monsieur Fete. Dan Coxey with the turn. I'm liking calling him Coxey better now. It saves on the first name confusion, so we've got a shot off there with, I think it was Harry, unlucky. Still a mainstay in this lineup is Harry Clifton, as Monsieur Fete coming back to try and read it. It's now in the middle, as we've not really got to that one. And there's a cut inside, there's a ball straight through, and Ryan Alsop off his line very quickly. There's more changes processed to be made, but it falls to Harry Clifton here. He's one of them coming off, and you can probably tell why. A little bit fatiguing them legs. He's run it ragged the field today. A triple change. More minutes for some of those boys. There's a read in the middle from Cullen. Just couldn't get there still, though, as now it's through. Giabi gives it over the top. Headley's got to try and read this one, and he does superbly, actually, as Goodwin gets the ball here through the middle. Giabi onto Bryn Morris. Come onto this side, of course. Through the middle onto Coxey. Now onto Reggie Stone. Reggie Stone to cut away from his man. Here is Stone. He's on for another one. The youngster is getting dragged all over the place. Squares it to Coxey. And that is game over here against Milton Keynes. And it is a stunning team goal. It's the youngsters linking up at the end of it as well. The number 12 and the number 9 just to slot it into the open goal. It is a job well done. Town flying in League One. Absolutely brilliant. There's a read here from Tom Anderson round the corner. He's come on as well as Headley. Got Walsh off, and I think Efferty resting the fullbacks, as that's a good ball over the top, you know, into, I don't know who that was, Headley, I think, as we're going to try and run after this ball right here. We'd love a clean sheet for Ryan Alsop. Is really taking pride in them this season. Ball out wide. No, Walsh is still on. He got threaded out to right wing back as this ball coming through. A ball over the top. Got to defend this one, and we do. Looked a definite handball, but not given. What is given is the 3 points from the 3 goals the Mariners got here at Blundell Park in a brilliant display once more. Brilliant game, that one, as we move on to the 26th very quickly, and I am glad I rested a couple of those boys. Mansfield quick up after this one, as well as you can see tired faces. Oh dear, not the greatest of news, but we can make a couple of changes, including Cullen on there. Is Max Crockham in these reserves? Where is Max Crockham? I have no idea where the goalkeeper's got. No, we sold him to Plymouth. What am I even talking about? Completely escaped my mind. So I might put Anderson on over Walsh. Anderson's not retiring. Walsh is very soon, but then again, important game. We don't want to switch the team up too much. So I think Cullen is the only change I'm going to make. Maybe one on the bench in Maguire-Drew. I think we'll go with that one. Still, Hunty in the reserves and everything else. As we're going to see how we do against Burton. I'll skip the press conference. Mansfield's more important. They've got some tired faces as well. As we get beat 2-1 by them. Borthwick Jackson, Blake Tracy, Powell even missing a penalty. Cullen did get us the goal, but it's in a Mariners defeat. You are wondering why I'm still going with the quick sims rather than playable highlights. It's a weird one. I don't want to be winning every game, as weird as it sounds, because I feel like match highlights give me the chance to step in and play myself, and I'm better at playing myself than the simulations, I would say. Simulations are a bit more risky, a bit more out there, and of course it speeds up the length of the videos. I gave it a trial in my own career mode, and it didn't really work, so apologies if you guys want the playable highlights, but at the moment I don't really see it working, as I think we've just had the FA Cup game threaded in. I want to play Mansfield. I wanted to play Tranmere, but Millwall and Blackpool's actually there. I think we might have to simulate Mansfield as well. I want to play Millwall. Oh, Millwall are in this division. I want to play Millwall. I want to play Blackpool. I want to simulate Peterborough and Mansfield, which is making it difficult. As where are we in the league at the moment? We are still in second. 4 points into second now. Millwall are fourth in our division, so they are in this league. It's getting tough. Very tough in terms of selection, as this is what I've done. I've put Anderson in, Headley in, and Bryn Morris, making 3 changes. Players that aren't completely tired as well. And I might put Dan Cox up front. Save Jackson for the next game. As Mari's back, I'll put him on the bench, give Moon a rest. I'll put Cameron on the bench as well over... No, I'll give Jackson a full rest. And we'll go with that one. I want to give Gleno a full rest as well. I'm going to put Pritchard on the bench. Yeah, I'm going to give the youngster a bit of bench experience. I know he's low rated for it. After what I said, of course, I want them being a certain rating before getting on the bench. They've got a tired team as well. We've got Peterborough straight after this as a 1-0 win. And it's captain Harry Clifton, who had a brilliant game today in real life, with the winner. I will take that one all day long as Barnsley drew. So now it's back to 2 points. So that wasn't long of a gap as John Maguire-Drew, frustrated that he can't play every game. I've got you in mind, definitely. He's trying to change his position to be in it, and I like that. And I'm proud of Bryn Morris coming back in the team a bit. So Peterborough, very quick turnaround. Extremely quick turnaround, which is going to require a lot of changes, I would say. Caden Jackson's got to come in over Cameron, hasn't he? Reggie Stone, very tired. I'll put him on the bench. Josh Eccles to come back in. Niall Marr to come back in. I think I'm going to go with Cropper. I don't want to start Pritchard from the off. Gleno to come in. But then again, Maguire-Drew is very, very tired. I'm going to put Giabi in that position, and I think I'll still have to go with Mishiafete. Cropper's got no fitness at all. I'll put Cropper on the bench. Jasper Moon can definitely come back in for Anderson. Bryn Morris still on the bench. Kilger, I think I might play him in the cup next, you know, so I'll leave him out for now. And I think Bryn Morris is very tired, so Hunt. I'm trying to rotate it a little bit more than usual. Trying to just spice it up. Niall Marr's back and straight into league football. He's got a minus rating, but he is a first-team player. Peterborough away. It's going to be a difficult one, as it doesn't prove to be by the result. Caden Jackson and Cullen, both strikers, getting us the points at Posh. A stunning result, that one, as it is the FA Cup up next. Also happy with the games. I'm proud of you, mate, as it's going to be a tight one. We did it at the Den. Is this at the Den this time? No. It's at Blundell Park for the FA Cup, as I've got to change it up 100%. There's only backup keeper at the moment is Jamie Jones, and I'm going to get this team set. And this is the team that we're going to go with. In fact, I am going to go with Niall Marr ahead of Alfie Kilger. Niall Marr, I want to try and get back into the first team. We've got Walsh at wing-back. Cropper's still not fully fit, so a couple of changes like Bryn Morris and Giabi. Headley starting. Cameron and Cullen this time. Reggie Stone's back in. It is like a reserve bench kind of thing, giving Harry a rest, Eccles, Goodwin, Jackson, Gleno, giving a lot of players a rest, but then still a very strong squad as it stands to play at Blundell Park and hopefully get us through to the second round of the FA Cup. It's a packed Blundell Park as Ollie Oaf and Tom Bradshaw is up front as Ian Fleming, Leonard and Saville in the midfield, Murray Wallace, Alex Mitchell, Jake Cooper, Muller, McNamara and Truman. It's a very strong squad. Oh, Diego Palacios looks very good on the subs bench. Just seen him. Got to be wary of him if he comes on, as this is going to be an interesting one. The FA Cup. Not really in the first 2 seasons put much priority into this competition. Now we're going to try and do as best in it, but Millwall will be wanting to cause some problems. And of course, league form is still taking my main priority, but still want to do well in this one, as that's a brilliant ball dashed across the face of our goal, really, as Cullen to try and bring it out. Not a great pass. Need to get calmed down a little bit at the start. Anderson with a terrible move, and Bradshaw fires it into the bottom corner from miles out. A mistake from Tom Anderson. It is 1-0 Lions. It's a fine finish, that one as well, to ruin Allsop's FA Cup clean sheets. And that is just props to him. The curl on that one. And now the ball forward right here. And Bradshaw to bring it forward into Bryn Morris. Bryn Morris gets it round the corner into Anderson. Anderson into Bryn Morris right here. Reggie Stone and Cullen looking for a gap. Unfortunate not really to find that one. There's a running behind of us right here. Anderson coming forward. It's into Zian Fleming trying to run around the houses with it. He gives it out wide into McNamara. A big fan of him, the right wing back. Through the middle again. That's a good dummy and a shot. Allsop with a save. Millwall, I've got to say, doing very well with the pressure they're putting on us. As now Walsh again with the ball through the middle. Reggie Stone. There's a running behind right here of Innes Cameron. Trying to work his way back into the squad. Brilliant last season. That might fall to Reggie again. Just didn't. And the luck not really turning for us so far. Unfortunate enough for us, as a ball over the top into the path where Walsh has to mark up. That's a foul committed by him. Still, they're running round looking for a gap. Giabi trying to read it. Can Darko get there? Not really. He's going to try and slide for that one. And a brilliant tackle from the Loney. Still, Reggie Stone this time not able to carry it away. Got a big gegenpress going on at the moment, Millwall. Very good, as now Bryn Morris gets turned and a shot to Allsop. Looks as if we're going into half-time. Relatively even. It's now through the middle. That's a good ball on. Reggie Stone over the top. Here is Reggie trying to get his shot off. Blocked again. Won the header. But the referee's had enough for 45 minutes. We've had enough. We've got to be better. Millwall dominant here in Cleethorpes. And if you didn't know, Cleethorpes is where Grimsby Stadium is situated. Not even in Grimsby itself, as Maguire Drew's come on up front for Cullen. Bit of a risk, but the number 7 will play. And Jordan Cropper at right wing back. I just want a bit more down that wing. More, how's it called, Ultimate Team-wise, lengthy player. A bit of a slimmer build in Cropper. Clunky a bit Walsh on that wing, as we've got the ball into Bryn Morris, who's clunky himself. Lost out on it. And it's into Tom Bradshaw. Runners all around him. We've let him get around Niall Maher rather easily. Maher trying to backpedal to get a block in possibly, but he's forcing them backwards. It's through to Bradshaw. Bradshaw on now. A good block, and Maher's there. Very fortunate as Bryn Morris to bring this ahead. Can he try and fade it through? He does into Maguire Drew. Can Cameron get this out wide? He does. Straight into the path of Headley. Pass inside. That's a good one onto Giabi. I think Headley might have just been off. Just doesn't seem to really have been our day here at Blundell Park. It's a shot! And Allsop with the save. It seems like Headley's got injured as well. That's not great for the actual first team, I must say. As Maguire Drew to bring us away here. Got to be sharper. Ollie Lee taken down. Maguire Drew, that's a terrible pass. And now they're going to run at us a little bit. Bradshaw, he's got support. There's a lot of players forward here for Millwall. We've got to try and come across. It's Jasper Moon. Gone inside of us. Ball through right there onto Zian Fleming. Trying to get there, and Maher does. And that's unfortunate, because I did want to bring Sean Boyd on, but I've had to put Alfie Kilger on at left wing back. See if he can do a job for us. As Jordan Cropper trying to shut that one down. It's in the middle of the park, though. A good switch round to Bradshaw for another. Just wide. That is a big chance granted for us, as the header on to Alex Hunt. Through the middle, Reggie Stone, Cameron. This could be another last chance if he could get one. Kilger flooding forward. It's through to Reggie Stone. That's a brilliant ball. Trying to dink it over the top. We're trying to force a replay here. Jake Cooper coming across. Not a great pass though. And McNamara to bring it forward. It hasn't been our day in the FA Cup again. Niall Maher reading the man, but it's now gone into Ollie Lee. Pass around the corner. Here into Maguire Drew. Ollie Lee was running. It's Reggie Stone to take it and take it from range. Deflection's going to give it to Truman. Millwall have done everything here as Maher with the header. Reggie Stone again from range. Handball. Surely, referee. Surely a foul. And it's given. 90th minute free kick here for the Mariners. And what a big moment this is for Reggie Stone. Definitely the best in terms of takers. Going to get a bit of power on that one. Can it beat the wall? No, it doesn't. As it falls to him again. Can't get the shot off. I think the referee's going to blow any minute. Mason Bennett's come off the bench to see this through. And he does. The early goal from a Tom Anderson mistake gives Millwall the progression in the FA Cup. All we can do is just keep his heads on it, really, as Jaheim Headley out for 4 weeks with that injury as Joe Walsh. You can be even better, I would say. He wasn't too great in that first half. He's retiring very soon, so we can't be too harsh on him. As we are top of the table as it stands, Barnsley are actually chasing us for a second. Very nice to see. Only 3 defeats all season. But Blackpool are up next. They've slipped out the top 5, but I still do recognise how much of a threat these are going to be to us. We'll be extremely lucky to get something as Otis Khan. He's almost back at the moment as I've already found someone, Glennon, and you will be in the team. Think about it for Caden Jackson because he will be in the team. I haven't rotated it yet. As another thing that we've got to look at. Yes, I'm clicking on the academy first to change Gavin Bevan's position around. But we've got a lot of good players in this academy at the moment, including Hugo Stewart. Tommy Shepherd looks like an absolutely brilliant player. He's quite old in that academy. I might actually promote him straight away. Can get some first team training. Promote him to the first team. Brilliant progression. Put him on his training drill. But that's not the only thing I wanted to come into this menu for. It's for contracts. You can see Joe Walsh, Tom Anderson, Bryn Morris, Cropper, Hunt, Boyd, Maguire Drew. A lot of players who I would say at the moment, no offence to any of these boys, but none of them are really first teamers that I want to snatch up and pin down. But I do want to sign some of these up. The likes of Bryn Morris, the likes of Walsh. Walsh is actually retiring, isn't he? Yes, we cannot offer him another one. Tom Anderson's still going, but he's not playing well at the moment. Jordan Cropper, Alex Hunt, Sean Boyd. It's risky business with him because, of course, we did pay money for him. But Maguire Drew is the one I think I will start with. Yes, he's not starting every game, but he's training to be a striker for me. And I don't want to lose him, so I'm going to see what I can do. Can we offer him important instead of crucial? Yes. He takes that, the 2-year contracts that we usually offer. He's okay with, accept that as the wage. I think to get him to stay here, not a starter, it might have to be upped a little bit. Can we go to 1.9 and be okay with it? 2.1, I'm okay with that as well. We've got to increase wages, like the comments keep telling me. And of course, I agree with that. So Maguire Drew stays for 2 years. That's me hoping for it anyway, as now we need to try and maybe sign some more up. I do like the look of Bryn Morris staying, even though he's not starting. He's happy at the moment with his game time. Let's pounce on that. Try and not offer him in crucial. Can we give him rotation? Important, yes, fine by me. Important is perfect. He only wants a 1-year contract. I'll accept that because maybe after that we do move on in the midfield position. So I'll accept it. Release clause. Yes, I'm agreeing that we don't really need one of those in. Can we offer him the same as what we just offered Maguire Drew? 2.1. It's reasonable without a bonus as well. Bryn Morris stays for a year. That's 2 brilliant contracts. As at the moment, I'm looking at other players who still aren't like close to expiring just to try and get them signed up. And I think one player I want to offer a contract to is Harry Clifton. Yes, he's on a big one. He's the captain at the moment. I think he deserves more money as well. Rotational, important, fine by me. Should have given him an important straight away. He's an important player to this squad. That's why I want to give him a 3-year contract on top of that remaining 1. As he only wants it to be 1 year. Can we go for 2? Yes, he does. That'll make his contract 4 years. No release clause, but a wage of, I think I've got to pay him his worth, to be fair. 2.3. A wage increase for Harry. Brilliant stuff. He has earned it, as we won't have to worry about Harry Clifton's contract for a while, and he is loyal to the Mariners. That takes the squad's wages up, but to be fair, I think it's warranted. It's moving on through the seasons. It's good. So hopefully with the lineup we're putting out here, we can also be good. You can see Mar is ahead of Walsh. Eccles ahead of Bryn Morris still. Dan Cox still on the bench despite 66 rated now. He's increasing at an alarming rate. Same with Reggie Stone. Mishiafete still ahead of Khan, who's in training but not fully fit for a vital game here against Blackpool. At Blundell Park, we are now 10 points clear of them, and Barnsley have gone top with their game in hand. However, if we play this one, we played the same amount of games, and if we win, we're top of the league, clear. This is big. And the Blackpool team is Jerry Yates, Keshi Anderson, who of course we had in as Blackpool save, Arayi, Mariette, Cornejo looks a good player, him, Owen Dale, Danny Amos starts against his former club with Oli Cassie, Callum Connolly, Lawrence Gabriel, and Dan Grimshaw. As let's see what can happen here against the other Seasiders travelling to the other side of the country. Not the other end, so it's not a big travel, but still, it's a travel. As Keshi Anderson, I think that is already down. Not a great thing to see, to be fair, shouldn't be laughing. As Mariette, dribbling through the middle here, finds a Rye, running round him. We need to bounce back after that Millwall game, as it's a big save, Ryan Allsop. A chance for the away side 6 minutes in. Come on, we don't drop as form just because of the FA Cup. As Jasper Moon, I don't know what he's doing in the box, going down. As he's on to Keshi Anderson, still on the field. Mishiafete trying to jump in the way. Jasper Moon getting in the way of Jerry Yates' shot. A really good player, him, of course. As can we get that pass off? Can we get another pass off? Caden Jackson, unlucky. Trying to jump on the feet of his man. As it's huge that it's actually Barnsley up the table with us, who we're competing with. And of course, Blackpool trying to stop us, who are a good team in itself for this game, but they've not stopped Caden Jackson here, as he just flashes it wide of the post. Extremely unlucky with that one, as Mishiafete jogging over to this side of the field. It is Keshi Anderson on the ball, who's got it down the line. Still, they're just messing around with it a little bit. Danny Amos, Super Dan, playing against us in the tangerine colours. That's not a great thing to see, to be fair, as now a ball through. It's through again. Niall Maher with a tackle. I thought that was very risky, but it seems like we've got away with it. And that pass from Glenno wasn't a great one, as now it's Jackson through the middle onto Cullen. Couldn't step away. End-to-end football, as Allsop gives it in front of him into Niall Maher. Glennon round the side. Actually, housemates in real life, Glennon and Niall Maher, I'm pretty sure. Shared it with Danilo Orsi, who of course left the club last season in this career mode, as Glennon to whip a ball in towards Reggie Stone. Unlucky. Still trying to fight for it. I say unlucky a lot. I know I do. As it's into Harry Clifton. Players getting back on side. We'll chip that over the top. Looking there for Cullen with a header. And what a header that is! A potential title placing goal. That one putting us at top of the league, and it headers the corner flag. Not as good as he headed that one into the back of the net. What a leap from Liam Cullen to get it over Dan Grimshaw from there. 1-0 Mariners. A fantastic goal. An absolute pleasure to see that leap. As now Mishiafete gives it into Liam Cullen. We keep on going, boys, don't we? As Caden Jackson round the corner. Mishiafete just dink that one in, but he's not able to. A deflection. But a corner ball here for the boys. We'll whip this one closer to the keeper. Caden Jackson fighting for it. Reggie Stone getting it down into Caden. Now Josh Eccles on the edge trying to curl one. Oh, and he's done it again. He has done it again. Josh Eccles absolutely loves a long ranger. 2-0 Mariners. 2-0 to the lads in this huge game. And yes, it's inside of the box, but that is a class finish. It looks like Grimshaw didn't see that one. His positioning off on both shots, as that one's placed into the side netting. A brilliant half of football right there from the boys. What a reply from the Millwall disappointment. It is 2-0. Mariners at the break. And in other news, I hate to actually say it, but the rivals doing well. Beating Forest Green, doing well for us. Beating off playoff contention team. Because although we'll go top here, I am still looking at the playoffs. I've just got to consider everything. As the manager of Grimsby, you've got to just make sure that you're aware of everything that can happen. Of course, we know what happened last season as well. Always the pessimist inside of me, as now Ball back from Efforty into Allsop. Just gives it into Niall Marr to try and get running. And that's a brilliant ball from Niall Marr. Definitely, the handballs, they must be switched off. No excuse for it. Maybe I'll switch them back on if we get to the Premier League. Or when, should we say, the way we're playing. Make it a bit better and maybe switch on the strict refereeing way of football. As that's a ball from Marr and a header from Eccles. Unlucky centre-back with an amazing cross right there. So we're going to cross this one in. Closer to the keeper, just across the net. Should have maybe gotten to that one as Maguire drew. And Cox to be put onto the field. So I'm pretty sure that was offside, but nothing was given. Oh my, I don't know how he snuck onside with that little move. As Cox is onto the field. Dale with the ball. Round the corner into Lawrence Gabriel. Trying to mark up a little bit better here, boys. Still, it's Dale. A beautiful ball into the middle. Blocked off by Josh Eccles. And cleared. Still watching ourselves as it's a turn as well. And a ball down the line. Mishiafete coming back to defend. He's lunged in a little bit. Still chasing this ball around. Eccles trying to read it. Still not got there though. And it's passed back into Camacho. A brilliant tackle from Eccles again. Man of the match for me. As he's turned and got his shot off. And a brilliant save there from Allsop as Gleno's somehow weirdly run it out of play. A chance for them to make a change. Shane Lavery onto the field. A brilliant striker for Super Dan. So they're making more attacking moves. Think they might get back into it, but not with shots like that. However, somehow, somewhere, the referee or linesman seen it as a corner, which they've actually got a goal from. It's just smacked Mishiafete in the face and gone in. It's 2-1. Game not over. And it is Captain Callum Connolly with the goal. A brilliant leap from the defender. Gets ahead of Walsh, who's just come onto the field. And Efforty took that on the chin like he took the elbow in the face today from Lee Angle. Bang! Shouldn't really be laughing. That was a rough one. As we've got to make sure we just sharpen up a little bit, boys. Come on, this is to go top of the league, you know. It should be really a stroll in the park with after the reply from after the second goal, but the reply from Blackpool is quite loud as we're going to get that away. We do. Kane Jackson, Coxey's through. It's a ball onto Coxey. Here he is. He's running through on goal. He's going to bring it back a little bit. Look for Caden with that ball. And it's straight into Grimshaw. Just get in front of him, Jackson. Do not let him get this ball away, clearly. He's decided to roll it out. Weird change with not long to go. A weird choice, should I say, as Dale down this line running for it. Gleno coming across, and that's a ball straight into Goodwin. Just keep going, Malif. Flick it back into Gleno, who hasn't squeezed it through. Goodwin's got to get there. He tries to. He goes through his man. That's going to be a yellow card. However, they don't get forward. Niall Marr to whack it. And Grimsby Town are top of League One. That is it, confirmed. No games in hand around us. We leapfrog Barnsley by a point with a sublime win here against Blackpool. Sensational win. Sensational wins. That's a good screenshot of Josh Eccles celebrating. As we move into the Papa John's Trophy, you can see that was the actual lineup last time out, as we've checked that. And Shepherd was impressed, son, with your growth in the academy. Don't be too hard on yourself, Gleno. And of course, Caden Jackson didn't score in that one, but again, an amazing performance from him. Leader in the dressing room and on the field, experience at this club. So we need experience to kick in next. We've got a knockout game. We've got Rotherham away at the New York Stadium. We've got Charlton Athletic at home. Then we move into the window with Forest Green away at the New Lawn. And then Blundell Park for the second round of the Lincolnshire Derby in the window. And to be fair, the squad, of course, is playing well. But if we're going to get a chance to add to our squad at the moment, this window is probably a better choice than any. Why? Because I'll show you. We're top of the league. Players might want to come and play for us now. 14 goals conceded. Our defence does not need touching at all. And as attack, we've got the best defence and attack in the league. That is an absolutely insane stat. Really is. You can see Lincoln City still bottom of the league despite getting a good win against Forest Green, who have dropped off big time. Blackpool now in 8th position. We are top. 14 wins in League One. Absolutely amazing stuff. As thank you guys for watching this episode right here as well. Unfortunately, we've come to the end of it. Don't forget to, as always, like, comment, share and subscribe. We're on the race to 9,000 now. We're a very far way off, but we are going to try and go for it. So thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, guys. In a bit, and peace.